and welcome to the Side Panel. I am your host, AJ, and I am here once again with some more movie reviews. That's right, because you didn't know what you were listening to before you clicked on the podcast. This week, we're going to be reviewing Black Widow in a TV series that my wife decided to recently rewatch, but is also new enough that where I can review it because I wasn't doing the podcast when it came out, and I really wanted to talk to people about it. And that is the TV series on Sci-Fi called Resident Alien. Whew. If you haven't seen this series, let me just tell you that it is phenomenal. I love this series. It is a story about an alien that crash lands on Earth and shapeshifts so that he looks like a local doctor and tries to fit in with all the surroundings and all the happenings that's going on in this really random, isolated town. It has a little feeling of that one show where they did that before, Doctor and Northern Exposure. I figured it out. Anyway, it has the feeling of that, but with aliens. And what's great about this show is it stars Alan Tudyk. And this is totally his show. Whereas in other versions that you've seen him in, with the exception of maybe Con Man, he really hasn't had his own show. But this show, I mean, not only is he the lead, but he just is this show. This show is just Alan Tudyk as an alien, and it's a great way to allow him to shine because he really comes out in this show. But he's not alone in it. His co-stars are also awesome as well. And they seem to be enjoying the characters that they inhabit. And I want to, but I'm not gonna. But you need to watch it because it is a geek fest. Like, I mean, not just in you have to be a nerd or a geek to understand. I just mean it is a show that you can just jump into and enjoy and really want to share and talk about it with other people because it is so funny, so awesomely, so great with the one-liners and so great with the visuals and just everything that's going on around it. My words just don't do it justice. See it yourself and enjoy it and tell me what you think about it, please. Because, again, I want to geek out with somebody about the show that I'm not married to. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's cool to have something that my wife and I can geek out to because there isn't really a lot of TV shows that we share. But, we just got out of COVID, and I've had to geek out with my wife for the past 15 freaking months. I want to geek out with somebody else, damn it. So somebody else go watch the show and then hit me up so we can geek out together. Damn it, Janet. All right, so having said that, remember, Resident Alien. It's awesome. It's an adaptation of a comic book by the same name put out by Peter Hogan and Steve Parkhouse. From my understanding, I never read the comic book, and I want to. Don't get me wrong. I want to, and I may have to at some point. But as of right now, I'm happy just enjoying the show as it is without any references to the comic book. I will say that there are some... during the title sequence, they put up these like emergency cards that you normally see in airplanes during crash landings that tell you how to what to do in case of stuff. But in this time, it's more like how this alien responds to normal human nature type of cards, and you really have to pay attention to it so you can get a little bit more into the inside joke because it too is awesome. And of course, you can't have an Alan Tudyk TV show without some of the old Firefly crew showing up, like Nathan Fillion shows up at one point. So, they have that chemistry that's just awesome, and you need to watch it to enjoy it. So, there you have it. Resident Alien, Alan Tudyk. It's on the Sci-Fi Network. It's a lot of fun. Check it out. Now, moving on to the latest and what has to be, I believe it's the first of the MCU movies to make it out to theaters since the coronavirus, and it is also being hailed as the first of the Phase 4 films in the Black Widow. Now, you might have the same questions I had going in. How are they going to have a Black Widow movie when she, spoiler alert, died in the Avengers movie. I don't understand. Well, they go over that. Actually, I lied. They don't go over it at all. This movie is basically tagged as a prequel and explains what happens to Black Widow's character right after Civil War and the beginning of the last Avengers film, Infinity War and Endgame. It goes into what she had done during that time, which, I mean, dang, the girl can't get a timeout. That's all I'm saying. The movie is really fun. It's just like any of the other Marvel movies. It's so over-the-top crazy action, and it makes you wonder how this girl who has no superpowers is doing all this crazy madness. But at the same time, you kind of just don't care. You just want to enjoy the ride. If there is one black mark against this movie, it has to be the handling of Taskmaster. I grew up loving Taskmaster. Besides Wolverine, there was Taskmaster. And for me, just seeing, just having him as a character treated the way that the character is in this movie is kind of upsetting to me. Not enough so much that like I will hate the movie for it. You know, I understand that they're molding the character to fit into the story. I just wish they would have actually kept with, you know, just the character itself. He was such an amazing character in comics growing up watching him. He has a basic power of being able to replicate any movement he sees. He just instantly committed to muscle memory. So, like, one of the first comic books I read had him watching old Bruce Lee tapes so that he can pick up all of Bruce Lee's moves in fighting, and then would just go out and beat everybody's ass just like that. And so, you know, he's just a character I really enjoyed. And so I was excited when I found out he was going to be in the Black Widow movie. Unfortunately, they ruined the character. But I still appreciate what the character meant in this story. So it won't ruin the movie for me. And I will watch it again. Having said that, Black Widow it's a great action film. It's a lot of fun. And, seeing David Harbour as well as Rachel Weisz in the film, and then Florence Pugh, who I think kind of stole the movie, in my humble opinion, but that's just me. I'm a Florence Pugh fan. Anyway, none of that is all matters. All that matters is that the movie's great. It's fun. It's classic Marvel movies. It's about time to experience it on the big screen. I actually saw it in true midnight movie fashion, where I got to see it at 12:15 at night. So in that, I had a lot of fun with that. But anyway, go see the film. If not, I believe it is on Disney Plus right now. You can watch it there as well if you aren't ready to go out and see movies in the theater yet. Excuse me. There you have it, folks. Two shows I got to review. Hope you guys have enjoyed the show. I do want to remind you guys to please hit me up. Let me know if you have any suggestions of movies you want me to watch or think I should check out. Any stories, anything like that, in relation to any of the stories or movies or what have you that I've given up. Especially if you end up watching a movie and you haven't, whatever your opinion on the movie that I've reviewed is, whether it's the same or different, please hit me up and let me know what you thought about it. I'd love to geek out about movies. I love movies. So please. Sure, there are a few things I could think of that'd be better to do for 2 hours, but I mean, seeing Scarlett Johansson in skin tight clothes does not hurt, right? Gives you something to do 10 minutes after the film. Anyway, why don't you go ahead and check out those films and let me know what you think. In the meantime, I will catch you guys next week. Thanks again for tuning in. This is AJ saying goodnight